This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. Lately, when you hear about the garment industry in our area, the news isn't good. Layoffs, factories closing.
Well, tonight we have just the opposite to tell you about. There's a sweater factory in Hazleton that's actually looking for workers. The help wanted signs have been out since the factory opened 2 months ago. But as Newswatch 16's Valerie Devine reports, the company does not have enough workers to get the job done.
In the garment industry these days, the sound of employees hard at work. Employees at Pocono Knit began making sweaters in Hazleton in October. Since then, about 40 people have gotten jobs. The president of the company would like to add another 100 jobs, but he's having a hard time finding people who want to work.
I know that because of the holiday, some of the people don't want to change their places because of some really holiday thinking paying or some bonuses, or some people just don't want to start working till after the holiday so they have more free for them and their family.
You can get a good idea of just how desperate the need for employees is here just by taking a look around the room. As you can see, nearly 2/3 of the machines are sitting idle, cutting production here by more than 7,000 sweaters a week. The management says money isn't a problem. It's advertising for employees in local newspapers and at unemployment offices. The goal is to bring in twice as much equipment by the end of the year. Mary Lamoureux was the first person hired here. She can't understand why there's such a problem in finding more workers.
I'm surprised that we didn't get as big a response as we wish we'd have had. The way the industries are, the work here is plentiful, and the place here is great to work for.
If the management gets the number of employees it's looking for, workers say it's possible they could make 5 times as many sweaters here by this spring. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, Hazleton.
When Newswatch 16 continues, we'll have the latest in the plans to build an arena in Monroe County.
Plus, why some people from Scranton are happy to see heavy construction equipment in their neighborhood.
This year, the best season's eatings are coming from Lewis Rich Breast of Turkey for a holiday feast, appetizer treats. You see, Lewis Rich is all lean white meat, hand-carved and cooked whole from the bird, so it's juicy and delicious. And one goes farther than you can imagine. One taste and you'll know why Lewis Rich gets so many invitations around the holidays.
It took Lewis Rich to make turkey so right.
Polo season doesn't just come once a year, not when your appearance is so important. At Casual Man, your appearance is just as important to us as it is to you, which is why we carry fine clothing for men and boys from Ralph Lauren's Polo collection. Polo stands for something more than fashion. It stands for character. At Casual Man, you'll find clothes that will suit your character, whatever it may be. Polo is always in season at Casual Man, United Penn Plaza, Kingston.
Is the Scranton and the Pocono area able to sustain and support 2 arenas? There are new statements about that tonight, with 2 developers intending to build an arena in the Poconos, the city wanting to build one at Montage, the city of Scranton. Newswatch 16's Mark Annick is live now in our newsroom.
Mark, what kind of effect would each arena have on the other?
Well, Karen, that depends a lot on who you talk to. The Scranton Mayor David Wenzel says competition in the arena business will hurt everyone. But the 2 men who want to build an arena in the Poconos say competition would only hurt the other guys.
Pocono developer Robert Boyd and partner Jim Fitzpatrick confirm what we told you on Monday. The 2 businessmen say they have a sales agreement to buy the land they want to build on. Right now, the Worldwide Church of God owns this 250-acre spot across from the Mount Pocono Airport. Boyd says the competition with Scranton starts when he builds the 10,000 to 14,000-seat arena.
We feel as though they will not hinder us in any way, shape, or form. If we have a major event and they have a major event, I think we would hurt them, yes.
But Scranton Mayor David Wenzel says competition hurts every arena.
Would yours hurt them? Ours would hurt them, sure. But again, I haven't seen any figures as to where they're going to raise the money in order to build their arena, so we're going full speed ahead with ours.
Now, according to the mayor, going full speed ahead means revising the number of events that will be planned for the Scranton Arena. That way the arena would be able to operate and break even instead of losing money. The city has also approached the county to see about building the arena right next to the county stadium at Montage Mountain. Doing that, they say, would free up more state money for both projects. I'm Mark Ennick, Newswatch 16.
In Lackawanna County, some unsightly equipment is a very pretty sight for a Scranton neighborhood tonight. Newswatch 16's Bob Reynolds says the attack is about to begin on flooding problems on the Lackawanna River from Hurricane Gloria.
This machinery may be the key to preventing flooding in this Scranton neighborhood. Beginning Monday, this bulldozer and other equipment will start scraping out sandbars out of the Lackawanna River near Market Street.
People are scared. People in our neighborhoods worry every time it rains.
What happens is when there's a lot of rain, the Lackawanna River gets a lot higher and actually covers this sandbar I'm standing on. And officials say to make matters worse, debris, which is caught in the trees from previous flooding, forces the Lackawanna River back. And that causes flooding problems for folks upstream and downstream.
It was horrifying. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Hilda Bellina's house is only a few feet from the Lackawanna River. Several times, the water has roared out of its banks and damaged her home. Bellina's and other flood victims I talked to are glad to see that something is finally being done.
I think they can breathe a little bit easier right now. The flooding really doesn't occur until the springtime. All these projects will be cleared up just after the first of the year.
Officials say the river obstructions became worse after Hurricane Gloria roared through our area last year. Over $100,000 is being spent on the obstructions just in the Scranton area. But flood victims are also pushing for what they see as a permanent solution. The federal government is studying the possibility of building dikes to keep the Lackawanna River within its banks and out of people's homes. Bob Reynolds, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
Well, holiday traveling plans have not been taking off for those hoping to catch a flight home for Thanksgiving. What you're about to see are live pictures of the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Airport in Avoca, where fog and rain have been delaying some U.S. air flights to and from here. You can see a lot of people milling around the airport waiting for their planes. We're told there are no problems, though, at the Allentown Bethlehem Easton Airport, but here it's touch and go, depending on the weather. Airport workers say some travelers are bearing with the delays while others are hopping in the car to try to make it to New York or Philly. If you are driving tonight, state police say there have been a lot of accidents in western Lehigh County and expect a lot of traffic and fog on other highways in our area.
Well, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark is on Public Square in the weather tonight in Wilkes-Barre with the Weather Watch.
And pardon the pun, Tom, but I guess you'll tell us how we should be dressing for tomorrow?
Yes, Karen, that's for sure. A little dressing for tomorrow. But when we come back, we're going to be lighting up the giant tree here on Public Square, and we'll brighten up the weather picture a little bit for you. Now, you're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV, and we're proud to serve our good friends out there in Snyder County, Wilkes-Barre, and all of Luzerne County. We'll be right back.
The Christmas sale at West Friedman. Spectacular savings on fine diamond and gold jewelry, watches, and everything name brand. Save at West Friedman on Sunbeam's Oscar food processor with powerful 500-watt motor, just $54.99. The Remington microscreen cord shaver shaves as close to the blade or your money back, now $24.99. Conair's True Reflections lighted makeup mirror will help you look your best. On sale, $3.99 at West Friedman. The Christmas sale at West Friedman. You can't pay less.
When you give someone a gift pack from Hickory Farms this Christmas, you're giving them the world. Because we go to Nebraska and Iowa for our award-winning beefsteak, Winstead, Minnesota for Uncle Walt's cheddar, Virginia for our sparkling apple shine cider, and San Francisco for delicious candies. We search the world to find unique foods for our Christmas gift packs. So come to Hickory Farms. We'd like to put one together for you.
And we're ready now to tell you more about a judge's decision in a school strike in Shamokin.
Let's try again with Newswatch 16's Bob Costantini. Bob?
Karen, Northumberland County Judge Samuel Rank has ordered striking Shamokin area district, school district teachers back to work next Tuesday. That's December 2nd. He also has ordered both the teachers union and school board negotiators to hold bargaining sessions for a minimum of 4 hours each day, each weekday. Now, the judge announced his decision after a 2-hour hearing into the school board's request for an injunction. The board said December 2nd was the last possible day the strike could go on and still give the students the minimum state requirement of 180 days of education. A parents group which originally filed for a back-to-work order believes its move pushed the school board to act. Citizens Association for Responsible Endeavors President Dan Wilcox spoke with us just after the judge's ruling.
The school board has mentioned other dates. We feel that CARE and its association and its members have pushed this, and we have gotten our children back into school.
We're kind of pleased with his order of bargaining 4 hours a day. We would have liked to get the board members there, but that didn't come about. Hopefully the 4 hours a day will get us to reach a settlement.
So all 2,700 students in the Shamokin Area School District will be back in classes on Tuesday. Sometime that day, negotiators for the school board and teachers will have to sit down for at least 4 hours to negotiate. And it came out in court today the two sides are $150 to $200 apart per teacher per year, that is, in pay raises apart. And the strike has kept all but high school seniors out of class for 31 days. Bob Costantini live in the newsroom.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Well, our congratulations tonight for some Luzerne County students who have the honor of being the winners in last week's Newswatch 16 news game. It's the first win of the season for these seniors at Pittston Area High School. They make up Ron Mortimer's third period 20th century government class. And they had the highest average score last week in our news and current events quiz. Good job, Pittston Area. Runners up last week, Scranton Tech.
And special doings on the square in Wilkes-Barre. Let's go to Tom. How's it going over there, Tom?
Well, it's kind of windy down here on the square tonight. We're all set for the 19th annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony here on Public Square. I have the mayor and his family and friends behind me, Mayor Tom McLaughlin. And let's see how this giant blue spruce looks. Shall we light her up? Here we go. This tree must be about 25 feet high. And there it is. Beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Very nice. The tree, by the way, a giant blue spruce donated by Mr. Kenneth Klein from South Hancock Street in Wilkes-Barre. Now, let's show you some more winners in our snowblower contest. Here's our next list of 20 names, and all these people were chosen at random from all of the entries in our contest, from 44,000 of them, and all of these people here will receive a John Deere corduroy cap in the mail within the next few days. Congratulations to all of our winners tonight. We'll have a new list of names tomorrow night. The Weather Watch report tonight begins out in Clinton County, where Glenn Englert has measured 1.43 inches of rain so far today. He says the streams are up just a bit out there, and it's still raining lightly with some fog and 42 degrees. And in New Albany, up there in Bradford County, Frances Featherbay has a reading of 44 degrees now, and she has measured less rainfall, only about a half inch of rain up there. And so that's some good news for the upper branch of the Susquehanna River. Okay, in Carverton, Bob Rosina has 52 degrees and some light rain. We have some drizzle now on Public Square, and as we go to the shot of the tree, and it's 49 degrees here, 90% humidity, the wind from the southwest at 15, there it is, gusting to 28 miles per hour at times, and the barometer at 29.70, and it's still falling. Now the range in temp in the backyard today, well, 54 for the high, didn't feel too bad. 34 for the low this morning. 68 and 6 are the records for the day. Some icy conditions, some freezing rain a year ago, not unusual for November, and 40 degrees. So, everything in the Christmas mood here on Public Square. It looks great. A lot of lights on display down here tonight for the Christmas shopping season. I want to show you a satellite view of the storm system bringing all the rain up and down the East Coast now is up there over Lake Erie. Now that front connected to the storm system will be moving through later on tonight. The wind will be shifting, and that will bring in some drier air for later on tonight. So not much more in the way of rain tonight as the storm system moves out of the way, and that high in the Midwest will move in and give us a good bit of sunshine over the next couple of days. So my forecast for the sunrise tomorrow morning, not an actual forecast, but 7:05 according to the almanac, and 4:37 is sunset tomorrow. Now, my forecast, some drizzle, some wind, some fog, and a few remaining showers later on tonight, but the rain will be ending after midnight, 42 the morning low. Then for tomorrow, partly sunny skies. For Thanksgiving Day, not a bad day, no problems traveling tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 40s. Friday looks good. Saturday at noon, we thought a storm from the south might hit us, but it looks like it's going to be a sunny day at this point, and the next chance for rain after tonight coming on Sunday. So I'm in the mood for Christmas shopping. I think I'll start early this year. How about you guys?
Oh, okay. Pick out something nice for us. All
Yeah,
right?
for us, okay? All right, Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Tim Carlson is next with the Sports Watch. He'll tell us about the Yankees finishing a deal and the University of Miami getting a scare.
Plus a preview of this weekend's high school football playoffs.
Dear McDonald's, I call him like I see him, and I gotta tell you, I see more than lettuce and tomato in your McDLT. You've got the works in there. Cheese, onions, pickles, mustard, ketchup, and mayo. You missed all that. What are you, blind? Finally, Bruce Fleming.
We hear you, Bruce. So just for you, call it the hot side hot, cool side cool, every delicious thing you could want on a hamburger. Or just call it McDLT, the one with the works.
Well, the Thanksgiving weekend always means a lot of football.
An exciting football, to say the least. Playoff football on the final weekend of the high school season coming up with Eastern Conference championships on the line. Today, tomorrow, and Friday on the Evening Sports Watch, we'll be previewing Saturday's title games. The Class C championship features two Super 16 clubs, 5th-ranked Mahanoy area against number 14 Shenandoah. And Tom Tidy tells us what to expect from this matchup.
You don't have to dig through tattered and yellow record books to find out the last time these two teams met. 2 weeks ago, Mahanoy area defeated Shenandoah 13-3 for the South C1 championship.
I think it certainly has to be a positive thing when you've already beaten somebody one time. I think that you feel you can do it again. Of course, it's not always necessarily true, but you sort of have that feeling.
Well, it certainly did not do us a great amount of justice as far as our season was concerned, losing the last football game. But I think you have to look at it in this vein. How many times do you get a second chance to come back and hopefully correct some of the mistakes you made earlier?
Both teams' defenses are confident going into Saturday's game, but aren't taking anything for granted.
We learned that we made a couple of mistakes, and we don't intend to make those mistakes again. We got to go out there, prepare our kids this week mentally to be able to take away some of the things that Monty area does real well, and that's running the football right at you.
We certainly have to shut down their running backs. They have two very good running backs, and Stazuli and Bisco. We certainly have to try and shut those two guys down, and of course quarterback is capable of throwing pretty accurate passes. They have a pretty decent passing game, so we're going to have to shut down both their running game and passing game. And it's really not simple, but it sounds simple the way I'm saying it. It's a great task.
Offensively, the teams will stay with what got them there. Mahanoy area's main offensive threat is Danny Kern. He scored 3 times in Monday's win over Lackawanna Trail. Shenandoah Valley will rely heavily on Mike Stasuli and the blocking of lineman Joe Ruth. On Saturday, the Blue Devils and the Golden Bears will battle right here at Mahanoy Area Stadium for the second time this season, but it will be the first time that these two teams ever battle for an Eastern Conference title. Tom Tidy, Sports Watch 16, Mahanoy City.
A preview of the Class B game tomorrow at 6 with a look at the A game Friday, and of course, Saturday, WNEP will broadcast live the Eastern Conference Class A title game between Williamsport and Mount Carmel with live updates on the Class B and C games included in the exclusive coverage. A bit of a scare for the University of Miami last night as quarterback Vinny Testaverde was injured in a motor scooter accident. Miami coach Jimmy Johnson says Testaverde lost control of his motor scooter on campus last night after a team meeting, suffering cuts, bruises, and swelling, but not being injured seriously. As a precaution, Testaverde will spend tonight at a Miami hospital and is listed as doubtful for tomorrow's season finale against East Carolina, but Coach Johnson says Vinny could see limited playing time depending on how he feels. Miami needs a win against East Carolina tomorrow to complete an undefeated season and meet Penn State for the national title in the January 2nd Fiesta Bowl. And that conditional player trade between the Yankees and Pirates we told you about Monday has been completed. A 6-pitcher deal that sends Pittsburgh's 15-game winner Rick Rhoden along with Cecilio Guante and Pat Clemens to the Yanks for New York pitchers Brian Fisher, Doug Drabeck, and minor leaguer Logan Easley. Rhoden signed a contract with the Yanks today to finish that deal out. See you tonight.
All right. Okay, thanks a lot, Tim. Well, the holiday spirit is next on Newswatch 16.
And we will show you 2 holiday ways that you can help area charities.
Santa and the elves are busy as bees. So who's left to decorate the tree? Me. Thank goodness for Thrift Rug's Christmas treasury. Everything you need. Angels, ornaments, and Flicker Glow light sets for the tree, these Flicker Glow brass candles, twinkling music boxes, and more. Thank goodness for Thrift Rug's Christmas treasury. What a beautiful way to save. Decorating your tree, decorating your home is easy with Thrift Rug's Christmas treasury.
I would probably be out digging ditches right now. I wouldn't have had a future.
JATI made a big difference in my life. I think that Johnson Technical Institute's greatest attributes are they're constantly upgrading their state-of-the-art equipment, and also that the students are able to work with this equipment hands-on.
If you don't think that you're ever going to find the right job, maybe it's time you looked into Johnson Technical Institute.
Finally tonight, Karen and I have two stories about spreading some holiday cheer to worthy charities. The second annual Festival of Trees has opened at Genetti's in downtown Wilkes-Barre. The auxiliary of Mercy Hospital is showing 50 different Christmas trees, all beautifully decorated. The $1 admission charge, 50 cents for children, all goes to the cancer unit at Mercy Hospital to benefit cancer patients. This charity display at Genetti's runs until next Wednesday from 10 in the morning to 9 at night, including tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day.
Just across town, you can check out a parade of 35 Christmas trees. They're at the Sheridan Crossgates on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. The trees have been decorated by area businesses in a friendly competition to raise money for a charity. For 25 cents, you can vote for your favorite. The winner chooses which charity gets all of the money. Last year, more than $4,000 went to Geisinger's Camp Dose, the camp for children with cancer. The competition, which is a tough one as you can see, is on through January 4th.
I was all ready for Thanksgiving. I'm ready for Christmas.
Yeah. Comes fast.
And that is Newswatch 16 for a Wednesday.
Be sure to join us tonight on the update when we'll tell you about Trekkies trekking to the theater tonight.
World News Tonight is next. For the team, thanks for joining us.
Enjoy your evening.